So, a few months ago, I shared my thoughts on SoFi Bank, SoFi becoming an actual bank. And I couldn't make it any clearer how exciting and how integral it was to SoFi's future. That they become not only the only one-stop shop online bank, that they become the only true one-stop shop online bank that is an actual bank. And so this week, Anthony Noto interviewed with Morgan Stanley's analyst, and the analyst asked SoFi's CEO, how's the bank going? How's being an actual bank going, Anthony Noto? That's what you wanted. You spent 2 years trying to get it. It took a while. You had to pivot a little bit when you acquired Golden Pacific Bank. Now you have it. How is it going? It's been a few months. Anthony Noto says, we want to build trust and reliability with our members. That's the number one goal of a bank. If you can do that, the rest will follow. So be trustworthy and be reliable. That's it. And then he goes on to say this direct quote. He says, everything we thought the bank would do for our business, it's doing for our business. Everything we wanted, we are getting. Everything we wanted from the bank, we're getting from the bank. Isn't that wonderful? And he says, about 50 seconds later, in 3 months, every 3 months, we're adding $1 billion in deposits. That's $1 billion being added to SoFi Bank every 3 months. That's just cash. Cash on cash on cash. Cash money everywhere. Every 3 months, every week, they're adding $100 million in deposits to the bank. That's money that used to go to SoFi's partner bank, sponsor bank, because SoFi was not an actual bank of its own. So now SoFi gets to keep all of that money. They don't have to pay that partner, which means that they don't lose any part of their profits to a partner. And they get to hold on to their loans for longer if they so choose in order to get better ROE, better return on equity. So instead of holding their loans for 3 months, they can hold it for 6 months in case they can't sell for whatever reason, or in case they can get a better deal, a better return just by holding it themselves and selling it to somebody else for those 6 months. So everything they expected from getting a bank, all that headache that we went through, and that waiting and the speculating that we went through for the last year or 2 years, it all paid off. It's working out. And it's just beginning to work out. We haven't even seen what's to come. It's going to be great. So let's just get a little taste of what's to come. At 17 minutes in, Anthony Noto says, sponsor banks, sponsor banks, sponsor banks. That's huge. That's huge. Because I've done videos saying how great Galileo is and how 95% of all digital neobank accounts run through SoFi's Galileo, which Anthony Noto drove the acquisition of in 2020. And I've done a video, SoFi will be everywhere, all about Galileo and the comparisons made to Amazon Web Services, AWS. It's huge. But it gets better, and it gets better because of sponsor banks. Galileo is about to get even bigger. Because Galileo has all these enterprise customers, all these other financial companies that want to give services to their own customers, right? They're fintechs that run through Galileo. They have their own customers. They have millions and millions of member accounts running through Galileo. But they want to offer even more services to their customers that they can't do without an actual bank to actually enable that. Galileo is not an actual bank, so it can't really help them with that. But SoFi is an actual bank. So SoFi can be that banking partner for those other fintechs that run through Galileo. And so that's where we get sponsored banks. So that's the whole idea of being a sponsored bank. These fintechs over here who are not actual banks, which is where SoFi used to be. They need bank partners to do actual banking services for their customers. And so Anthony Noto says that SoFi can provide banking services to Galileo enterprise customers, end-to-end services and the technology. Because there's banking services and there's the technology that actually enables those services. It just so happens that SoFi is a bank that provides those services, and they own the technology that enables those services. And they can marry the two and then sell it to Galileo's enterprise customers who want to also offer their customers banking services. And that's a huge deal because now SoFi can get even more money from Galileo's customers. And they can get even more information, see where the market's going, see what's working, see what's not. And then they can offer those same things to their own customers and win on both ends. Win as the provider of these services to other banks, other financial institutions, and tech companies, and win on the end of direct to consumer through their own banking services, SoFi app. The only true one-stop shop online bank. If you're not excited, I don't know what else to tell you because this is huge. And so it goes on, the interview goes on, and the interviewer asks, why Technisys? Why did you acquire Technisys? And for a pretty expensive amount. And Anthony Noto says, we acquired Galileo, and that's been a home run for us. It's been amazing. And so Galileo offers us a single core, right? They offer us a single core, which is deposits, ACH, technology, transfers, and all of that, right? Just basic banking services. Galileo offers that. But we need, as SoFi, to offer even more services to our customers, such as credit cards and loans and buy now, pay later, that other institutions offer to their customers. And we do too. We offer all those things, but we're currently paying partners to make that happen. Partners that enable the technology for that. And we don't want to pay someone else for that. So that multi-product core that Technisys offers, which is what enables credit cards and loans and buy now, pay later, we want all of that in-house. All of it. And then we can bundle all of that with Galileo and SoFi Bank and offer that to Galileo's enterprise customers because they also want to do credit cards, they also want to do loans, and they also want to get on top of the buy now, pay later trend that Apple just made even a bigger deal with their new service that they're providing to their customers. So it's a huge deal. And that's where Technisys comes in. So Galileo, Technisys partners up, one technology platform, multi-product core in a single house under SoFi's roof, paired with SoFi Bank. Are you starting to see why this is a big deal? The mic's right here. I'm talking into the mic because if I could drop this mic right now, I would. But I can't because I'm not rich. And this mic is pretty expensive. So it's a very big deal. This is huge. And I have here Technisys with some sparks coming out because it's people are upset that they spent some money on the acquisition of this fintech for $1 billion in shares. Okay, I understand. It's not ideal, but it's a very big strategic move that's going to pay off, just as Galileo has for SoFi. And this sponsor bank product that they're working on, oh my God, it's going to be lucrative as they finish up moving Galileo to the cloud. My God, it's just so good. And he says at 25 minutes in, or 24 minutes and 30 seconds in, he says, integration with Galileo and Technisys is going well. I don't even have to check on them. Every few now and then, I check in and they say, oh, it's going well. It's going great. The integration is going well. And once it's complete, we unlock SoFi's sponsor bank product. So why am I so heavily invested in SoFi? I don't have my SoFi shirt on right now, unfortunately. But it's because is such great management. The management is world class. And they're doing exactly what I would do. Vertical integration of centralized services. You bring everything in-house to drive down cost, and then you offer all of it across the board horizontally. You offer all the products that your customers need, and then you bring them. You have them in your ecosystem. So you have all the data, all the money, and you can offer them whatever you want. Anything new that you see happening in the market, you can say, okay, we can do that too. We have the technology. We're vertically integrated. We don't need any help to build it ourselves. So we can move faster than everyone else. We can move faster than the JP Morgans and the Wells Fargos and the Santanders and all of the others, because we own the technology. And so we can offer centralized services due to our vertical integration, and our vertical integration makes our bottom line even better, even bigger. I don't, when people say SoFi is not actually executing, oh, SoFi wants to reverse split because they're not executing. If they want the stock price to go up, they have to execute. If they, on and on, a bunch of nonsense. I get it. Execution is important. Yeah, they're doing that. But the market obviously is not efficient in the short term because people are emotional. And so they sell SoFi stock when they continue to do well. And then they say, oh, SoFi shouldn't do a reverse stock split. They should just let their stock trader and let the institutional investors leave, even though they're doing exceptionally well and hitting every mark on their plan. And so Anthony Nobles asked about the reverse stock split, and he says, it's just a prudent management strategy. We just want to make sure that we have all the tools we need in next year to ensure that our stock doesn't crash and that institutional investors don't leave us, even though we're doing exceptionally well and we're hitting every mark on our goals. So I had a friend who was very upset or very concerned to hear this when I told him that most of my money is in one stock. You can guess which stock that is. And the reason for that is because I don't like diversification. I think it's a mediocre strategy for investments. But I want my company that I invest in to be diversified. Because if I'm putting all my money into this one company and spending all my time researching this company, I'm trying to understand it, I want them to be executing on every mark and offering services wherever they can do that well. And SoFi does that. They handle diversification for me. So I spend all my time researching SoFi instead of trying to split my time across 10 or 50 companies, as if that's possible, as if that's actually practical. Who has the time to research 10 companies every week or stay on top of them? The more companies you have, the riskier it is. If you want to have many companies, just go over the index. You'll get mediocre returns and you will have less risk. Just do that. Because if you have 10 companies or 20 companies that you're trying to keep on top of, you're not going to keep on top of them. You're going to drop the ball, and many of them are going to fail and lose you lots of money. So I choose to put most of my money that's in the stock market into a few companies, SoFi being the largest share of them all. And then spend all my time that I spend on researching my investments on those few companies. And that decreases my risk because I have a lot more time on my hand to research the few and catch any errors before anyone else can. And of course, I use the product. So I also have that advantage over the average retail investor and all the hedge funds. So yeah, this is big. That's SoFi sponsor bank. And I can't stress enough how big a deal this is. Technisys and Galileo's partnership with SoFi Bank. Doing very well. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, you know what to do. And I will see you again next time. You have been watching bullacademy.org on YouTube, where we teach long-term investing by breaking down concepts and sharing the stories of companies to help you build long-lasting sustainable wealth. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did and want to see more like it, please remember to like the video below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and comment your thoughts on this topic, even if you just want to say hi. Hi. I would love to hear from you, and I always do my best to respond to every comment. If you would like to engage with me outside of YouTube, feel free to follow me over on Instagram at Lincoln W. Daniel, where I share random thoughts on life and wealth building. As always, this video has been brought to you by our patrons at patreon.bullacademy.org, who support this channel financially to help us keep going and help me brainstorm new video ideas to share with all of you. We do the show together, and we do all of this in our private Discord chat where we discuss the stock market in real time every day by sharing news, rumors, and new investment ideas so we can all do our own research and then come back together and collaborate. So if you're interested in any of that, I hope you'll join us over at patreon.bullacademy.org. I'm Lincoln with bullacademy.org. Thank you again and have a great day.